Heal. When local organizations face tough challenges from sustainability to infrastructure, Augustana College's Upper Mississippi Center is stepping up to help.
Yeah, through its Augustana Accelerator program, the UMC connects communities with students and faculty to find real-world solutions to local problems, and now they are looking for their next community partner. Joining us to tell us more is Dr. Michael Reisner, director of the Upper Mississippi Center at Augustana. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for the opportunity to talk about the initiative.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, this is really great.
Yeah.
I know through the news, I mean, I've heard a little bit about the program, but I don't know like the general population or general public if they know much about it. So we appreciate you coming on the show today. So for those who may not be familiar, what is the UMC? What kind of work do you all do?
Yeah, so the Upper Mississippi Center is really just our interdisciplinary research center, and really its vision is to mobilize Augustana's faculty and students to get out in the community, helping them advance their strategic priorities and help try to address some of the social and economic and environmental challenges they could use to help trying to advance.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit more about the Augustana Accelerator and how this all fits into the mission.
Yeah, I would say that first and foremost, we actually have a request for proposals out. So this is a very community-driven process. We're looking for communities, mostly local and county governments, but also local NGOs, where if they have pressing strategic needs that they could use some help advancing, we want to get the word out and get them in contact with us so we can try to match their needs with some real-world learning experiences for students.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, so tell us a little bit more about what happens when an organization or a municipality becomes a community partner. What does that partnership look like? I mean, are students and faculty in different disciplines spread out in different areas?
Yeah, so it's a flexible initiative. We usually start with a brainstorming session, and then we will go back and we try to match the highest priority needs the community partner has with our faculty expertise. There's a couple of different models. One of the easiest ones is if we have an existing upper level course that's got the expertise that a project needs, we just embed that as a research-based, course-based experience, and the students work on that in a class. If there's a more complex one that maybe requires an interdisciplinary team of students where you need to reach across a couple of different departments, we tend to just have a faculty mentored research team address that. And sometimes those are a semester, sometimes those last a year.
Oh, wow.
So.
Yeah, and you talk about the faculty and the student expertise. So how is that actually applied into the real world?
Yeah, so when we identify a project and we have a tentative match, we actually work together with the community partner, and they have a project lead, and we actually develop a scope of work, and it lays out what's going to be done and what the deliverables are, and those are the expectations. So it really gets applied to a real-world problem, every single one of them.
Can you give us a couple of examples of that? I know we have tons of videos, so thank you for providing us with that. The one that I remember most, just from being part of the news department, is the lead pipes, like the replacements and all of that.
Yeah, no, so that would have been one of those complex ones that requires an interdisciplinary team. We had a couple upper-level classes do small pieces, but we really had a team of 12 to 16 students. It ebbed and flowed, and we had an interdisciplinary group of faculty that we worked on it for about 18 months with the city of Rock Island. And, in a nutshell, we had to come up with I remember we started with 90% of the pipes. We didn't know what they were.
Wow. So go ahead. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we had to figure out how to use historical records to try to fill in the gaps, and then we did some door-to-door, and then we did some efforts where community members actually helped survey their own pipes.
So
we built the inventory, and then another group of students was working on the required replacement and financing plan. So it was kind of a crazy interdisciplinary approach.
Huge.
So obviously some complexities here with some of these projects. So how do you go about deciding which project you're going to push through that accelerator?
I mean, the first thing we do is we really want to make sure it's the highest priority for the city. And then we really have to be honest. We are an undergraduate institution. We have to have projects that match our expertise. And there are some projects we say, we don't have that expertise, but so-and-so at the University of Iowa might have it. So we really try to match it. And from our perspective, we're trying to find those learning experiences for our students that really match the learning outcomes of the courses. But usually we can find a match with most of the projects.
Wonderful.
Yeah, very beneficial for the student as well as the community. So if you want to apply, you can visit the website on your screen, augustana.edu. Just search Upper Mississippi Center or UMC. Dr. Michael Reisner, thank you so much for coming on today and talking about the center.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Thanks for having me.
We really appreciate it.